showing up on the channel? Yes, it is. Awesome. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Common Questers. And if you're watching, just want to let you guys know that sorry, there's not going to be a episode or a session for today. But we have something else planned today. Today we're going to do the story of Adhara and the lore of the galaxy. So we have here with we have Sanatsu, the one who plays Adhara, and she's going to share with you the lore of Adhara, where she comes from, what she likes, what's her dislikes, and everything like that. She's going to bear it all out to you today. And then after that, I'll start getting more in depth with the galaxy and everything like that. So, there we go. Sanatsu, take it away.
Yes. Hello everyone. Uh, it's Adhara or Sanatsu as Adhara. And I guess I should start with the fact that Adhara, until this adventure started, has never been outside of Eden. She was born in Eden 23 years ago, so she's a young woman. And at first, she had a lot of attention from both of her parents, but both of those persons are very busy individuals. So she lost kind of that parental uh, love around the age of 9 or maybe 8. So her father suddenly became more busy with his political career, and her mother, well, she has always been very busy with mechanics and engineering, but in a different way than Adhara herself. So he just, well, after that loving childhood, she had to learn something to get by, and she took after her mother on that part. But unlike her mother, I like to think Adhara is more warm on her personality, but um, I can't know yet if she is somehow broken because of the lack of love during growing up otherwise. So she loves everything old. So let's think back for Earth around um, 1960s to 2000, maybe 2010. And that's the era she loves about anything mechanics, and she's very fascinated about uh, everything from that time period. So she has learned to do all kinds of cars and bikes, some kind of bombs, and I think not straight out like destructive bombs. She's more into something that puts people into sleep or makes them laugh or just distracts them. She likes more of that kind of bombs, so to say. And out of all music styles from that period of time, she loves dubstep. So that's what she loves about old school music from that time, and she listens dubstep always when she tinkers or wants to think something to help her progress her current work with something new, especially with something new. The music they are listening nowadays in Eden, or probably Eden 1 right now because Eden is destroyed. Uh, it's close to dubstep, but I think people from Earth, especially, they kind of took maybe pop music with them and uh, a few more like special, well, not special, but like maybe rock music and some kind of folk music with them when when um, when they had to build Eden. So mostly that kind of music, but as I said, she's into old stuff and she found dubstep, so that's like she feels like it's more special than the other kinds of music everyone else is listening all around her. And besides her loving mechanics and old school stuff, she is a daydreamer. And she doesn't necessarily let out her dreams, but when she has time, she likes to think anything that might uh, make her feel like there's hope for tomorrow. And when she was a child, she loved to go out with her father. Like her father used to tell her about Neptunians and how his side of family works, kind of, and some traditions. And he explained why she has four tongues because Neptunians are kind of like reptilian as a race. Some might look like, I think, like crocodile, maybe a little bit snake kind of features with them. But the more prominent ones look kind of like dragons, and her father is one of the prominent looking ones. And she has four tongues, like her father has, and her face. She actually has the same kind of mouth, so she actually looks partially like a dragon on like lower half of her face, but she inherited more of human features on her, so her body otherwise is very much a human body. So if you don't get to go close to her and see her face properly, you you would see a human basically. The well, the other thing that actually um differs her from humans are her eyes, since her eyes are blue, but the pupil is not black. It's purple, and humans has black pupils in their eyes. So that's about her appearance. And like her mother, she has curly hair, maybe a little bit lighter than her mother's hair, but nevertheless, basically the same structure. As uh, as for other family members, Adhara does not know if she has siblings at all, or she doesn't know about her grandparents from either side of the family. So her father never told her what kind of Neptunians uh, are her grandparents. And Adhara's mother never, well, she's not much of a family person. So it was a miracle she kind of got together with Adhara's father. So she kind of found someone that got to her so much that she felt like she could hold on to that and have a family with that specific person. So uh, that's why she never told Adhara about other family on her side. And I'm not entirely sure if there is anyone alive from her side, but I'm thinking her father's side of the family, there might be people alive for sure. She seems to dislike women, but as that has been established, kinda, is she's more protective because she has met C76 and she has met Jake, and she hasn't actually have had friends too much uh, growing up, and all she did was like tinkering and learning mechanics and learning how to build stuff, and she was very much into just learning and wanting to get better. So she's just she had clients because of her work, and she had acquaintances. So she would have like people she talked with, but no one to hang out with ever. So now that she met T76 and Jake, I think it's she's not quite sure if she should think them as friends, but she suddenly feels like she has met people she wants to keep in her life. And that's basically the same what was going on with her mother back in the day. But instead of love, she has found something more important to her at this moment. And other than that, she wants to continue honing her gifts on her area of expertise, and she is willing to learn the modern technology that is going on because that will be very helpful on their endeavors. She also has a soft spot for animals, and she seems to care more people that are more unfortunate in a life. So she might not like too much people that are well off, and everything is kind of like perfect for them because she can't relate or she can't find sympathy as much for those people. As for her style, I guess She loves leather jackets, biker style a lot, and it's very hard for her to dress up ladylike. She's not that kind of a woman, mostly because of she just has to tinker a lot and she uses oils and it gets messy. She's never fully clean on unless it's something that she needs to be presentable of. So like that, she's not a feminine character. But she can be caring, which probably shows uh, up until now at least. And I'm sure she will show it more during this adventure we're having. And she likes to fight. Again, she doesn't speak about it, but she loves the thrill she gets while beating up some bad guys or using any kind of guns and blades. She feels like this is fun and exciting, albeit a little bit dangerous. And her favorite drink is ice from Neptune. It's a it's a very strong alcoholic drink that's not meant for humans. Well, because it messes humans easily up and might lead to death if not careful. And she is not picky when it comes to food, but she won't eat anything frozen solid, which is a little bit weird because she still enjoys some foods from Neptune and humans can't eat them because they can be like it's an ice planet basically. So anything you eat from there, it kind of affects your innards and your well overall your insides of your body. So she's lucky to have the Neptunian blood, so to say, and genes in her enough for her to enjoy cuisine from that planet and her favorite drink, which she says that she drinks like water. So I guess she does not have liver issues too much. I guess. Yeah. I am not sure what else to tell about Adhara. Um,
Do,
yeah. Hmm.
do you mind if I ask some questions?
Yes, do.
Okay. So, what do you think about C-76?
What do I think or what Adhara thinks?
What do you think, and what does Adhara think?
Okay. I think T-76 is he's kind of like a space cowboy, but I feel he is more dangerous, I guess, than like Space Cowboy. I imagine in my head it's something of a law enforcement, but C-76 is, I think he's kind of like a rogue mercenary, so he is more dangerous and probably more uh, like you can't expect nothing but unexpected from him at best. As for Adhara, I think Adhara likes C76's like the way he battles, and they share the love for guns, but a little bit differently. So I think she finds something familiar uh, with him on that part, and she doesn't hate the guy. Yeah, I think that's her overall like mind about him.
Nice. All right, next question. Same question, but with Jake.
Yeah, I think at first Jake was, he's a human boy, and he seemed very plain and very basic, and I was like, I'm interested to see what's going on with this character, if at all. No, no offense to Flatline playing that character, but at first I thought that. But as the story has progressed, he he shows more interesting traits, and he's very smart. And I think his hacking skills are getting very handy nowadays, at least. At first, not so much, but suddenly we have stuff he can hack, so he can shine. And I think Adhara wasn't actually sure at first if Jake was like a friend or foe, because he was like having hood over his head, and he was kind of distant, like acting distant with them. But she gets along with him, and she likes him for not liking his granddad, which is the president of Eden One right now. Not that she has a personal problem with that guy, but she kind of feels like Jake is somehow protective of her, and that makes her think that this one's also friend? Question mark? Yes. So there's that.
Nice. All right, another question. What was your first impression of the crud?
But the pink slimy alien.
Yep.
My impression was, oh no, why? Because you said it was slimy and kind of like unpleasant, and it didn't have manners basically. So I was like, I don't exactly like this character. um, and it was icky on the floor in the warehouse. Yuck.
Nice. So, also with the other encounters with the crud.
Okay, so the other encounters. There's not too much after that. I think we tried to buy trash and other kind of stuff from the uh, was that like a waste yard, or wait, what's the name for that thing?
Scrapyard?
Scrapyard, yeah. And at first it was like, yeah, yeah, just take everything you can and pay this much. And then they offered to uh, carry the stuff, I guess, with some kind of truck to our ship. But the cost was kind of ridiculous. So I think Adhara was like, this sounds familiar. Like I know his kind, and yeah, and that's when we had to fight them again, and it was pleasant. They were hitting with shovels. That was a thing. Yeah.
All right. Your impression of redemption.
Redemption. Okay, so how how would I say this? Um, I was thinking he resembles someone, but he's like in a way he's very like comedic, but very likable and very goofy, and it was like well, I mean, he was very likable, and he still is. As the story progressed, I got worried about his wanting to eat everything, and it kind of turned into some kind of mayhem. But I think he's fixed now, at least partially.
Oh,
He's very fun character.
nice. And do you like the world overall?
Yes, I like the space. It's a vast place to explore, which we haven't done well, not too much yet. We have explored a little bit of Eden 1,
A lot
and
of Eden
that's
one.
it. Yeah, but that's about it. We haven't explored other areas yet. No, and in the Eden, we didn't have time to explore anything. We just had to escape.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, it's part of the story. It's fine.
um, any of the other characters you find intriguing or anything like that?
I Well, every character you have developed in this, they are all interesting. They all have something that is intriguing, and I think I like Okra. I can't speak Okra very much, and he seems like he could be very fun man, even if kind of how do you say it, like very serious. Yes, I mean he has reason to be serious, obviously, but again, underneath the walls he has built up, I think he's a very pleasurable company to have. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Um. Well, I'm just hoping we don't die. Not too soon, at least.
Oh, yeah.
I hope this can go for a long time. But if I have to say goodbye to Adhara at some point, of course I have to accept that. But I'm just hoping it's not too soon.
Ah. So you have grown attached to this character.
I guess I have to admit that.
Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing everything that is Adhara. And I know that you've put a lot of heart and soul into your character to the point where you feel like that you are your character and that you're enjoying the role play and everything like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for you, the players, Burningstar 4 wouldn't be anything. You guys are the ones who chisel the world that I've made. The world is just a rock and you chisel it into something great. And I appreciate you guys coming every week to do this thing with me.
Yeah, no problem.
And thank you, Sanatsu, for sharing. And I think, unless you have anything else, I'll probably get into some of the lore of the galaxy of Burningstar 4.
Go ahead. Stage is yours.
Alright, so a little history about this. I've always wanted to do a campaign in space. I grew up watching like a lot of anime, a lot of space, sci-fi, stuff like that. A lot of fantasy too. I wanted to blend all of the stuff that I liked into kind of one world. So there's a lot of fantasy type uh things that happens in this world, as well as sci-fi and any other kind of things like that. I wanted to be creative, and I wanted everyone to create their own thing. That's why whenever I started this, I didn't have any objections on what kind of character you wanted to be. I wanted my players to invent their own character and invent, like, if they were a human, invent who they were. If they were an alien, I wanted them to invent their own type of race, like Adhara and Sanatsu. She invented, the people of Neptune were, the reptilians and stuff like that. She invented it all herself. She gave me the tools that I can put these people into this world. And just like C76 or DJ, he said he wanted to be a mercenary. He wanted to be like special operations before then and stuff like that. And they gave me the tools to form this world around them. This is not my world. This is their world that I'm forming around them. And the only thing that I had beforehand was I didn't want to start them off in a tavern or some kind of some kind of fireplace or meeting spot where they just don't know who they are and just coming together. I wanted to start them off as something, destructive. You know, the doctor was coming for their planet because of the fact where he finds everything about Eden disgusting. All the races from other galaxies find this one galaxy grotesque and and hard to swallow. And all they are trying to do is live their best lives. Everybody's integrating. It's kind of like a utopia for their galaxy, but these other galaxies are not having it. Well, at least one of the galaxies are not having it. And basically, the creators, the ones who form this galaxy, are not happy. And they want to cleanse everything about this galaxy. So when they started off as the ship Genesis coming in to destroy Eden 1 because of the fact where back in the day wars enveloped and basically Earth was destroyed. And they took some of the remnants of Earth and built a space port or this big arc around the remainder of bits and pieces of the planet and able to survive and coexist and sometimes coexist. There's always going to be conflict. every there, and they had like different sections of this world where was cut off by walls. So you would have like the slum section where, all the people that weren't well off lived and survived. Then you had, the middle class where, the people that worked and everything like that. Well, everybody worked, but the people that were a little bit better off. And then you had the high society where it was just beautiful and it was higher than everything else. And, you know, it was stuff like that. But then you had a capsule that was under the space station where you kept like all of your trees and all of your air purifications right there so nobody can mess that up inside of the dome above. And then you have like your animals and everything like that farms and stuff like that to provide food and everything like that to keep everything in a balance. That's what kept Eden alive, is the balance of the humans and other species that, in case, some people thought they were like locusts, where they would consume everything and not give everything back. So the people of the world decided to cut everything off from that. I mean, you could still have pets and stuff like that, and anything domesticated, but anything wildlife or anything that they were able to what you call it, keep when the planet was destroyed, was kept down at the bottom where it was preserved. So you could still have a equal ecosystem. But none of that. There also had some people that were called the unwanted, living in like the tunnels and all the caverns and canals and all of that stuff, living underneath everybody else. There were the people that they deemed that weren't good enough, or that were not able to commit to society the way that they are, the wild people and stuff like that, where they made tribes underground and in the system of like all the mechanics and metal and whatnot like that, living in the caverns, the sewage, everything like that. So they have that kind of people in there as well. But then you also have people that would want to visit Eden as like a tourist attraction because it's so sought out. It was like the center of the galaxy where everybody can go and they can be themselves, and everybody was wanted, unless you were the unwanted, of course. But everybody would come there, and it was kind of chaos, but kind of not. So kind of like our world today, but there was no. I mean, you still have people that hate each other and whatnot like that. And you still have like corrupt, like gangsters and stuff like that or whatnot like that. But most of the fact is like everything was okay. Everything was cool. Everybody. There was no like hate for different races or species or anything like that. It was just everybody. It was a melting pot, and everything was good. Besides the gangsters and all that kind of stuff. And then when, what you call it, when the Doctor came and Genesis came to destroy the planet, everybody had to escape. It was hectic, you know. Sanatsu and her friends were able to leave and get out of there fast, and now they have the whole galaxy to explore. And basically it. The Paladins are basically uh, people who seek justice, and they want everything to be ruled the way that it's supposed to be ruled, I guess. In their eyes, they think that they're doing the right thing, and it's just up for interpretation. So basically, you have the creators, and then you have the people of Eden, and the whole galaxy of where they're at, where they reside. They don't know what the name of their galaxy is yet. They haven't been able to go to any other galaxies. So they just call it their galaxy for right now. That's basically all I want to share right now. There's still more to unlock and to explore. Is there any questions you have for me, Sanatsu?
Mm. It's gonna like how many galaxies you think there is in your story, kinda?
There are going to be 13.
Person, okay.
13. There's going to be some small galaxies and then some huge galaxies with a lot of planets, but some of them are going to be like 4 or 5 planets or 3 to 2 planets. It just depends on, what galaxies there are. And some can be unfinished that are still being created as well. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly sure what to ask because it's always more interesting to just learn on the way.
yeah. But you can always ask
Yeah.
about something that's already been told, you know, get some depth about what's going on.
Oh, so okay. So was Eden supposed to be like? Uh, is Eden the only place in our galaxy that's like a melting pot for everyone?
Well, they have some planets that I would say most of the space stations around are melting pots because that's where you would go to refuel and go to like marketplaces and stuff like that. Most of the planets are either are not too happy with outsiders or they are a little weary of arts outsiders. But there are some planets that are melting pots, but they're mostly like the smaller planets. Anything bigger, it's like they're a little like weary of who they let on their planet, basically.
See, I see. So, based on that, Neptune would not be easily accepting different races in there.
It depends. Well, you would know that your dad is what you call it is a politician. So I would think that anything that would have like a democracy or any kind of politicians there would be a little bit more accepting to outsiders than somebody that was like in a monarch or you know a dictatorship on their planet.
I see, I see. So, I think I'm right when I say this that Mars is actually not accepting, like,
You
uh,
think?
yeah.
They did not let Eden come, did they?
No, no.
Hmm. Maybe because their people saw they're one of the closest to the planet of you know Eden that they
Mhm.
saw Earth, the destruction of Earth, just like Venus did.
Yeah,
So they may be a little bit weary that like, hey, they destroyed their planet. What are they gonna do to ours?
yeah. Most likely.
Yeah. Did you have any other questions besides the lore or anything?
I
Come on, make it hard for me. Jeez.
okay. So we have met Groots, but we haven't met the other aliens that reside with Groots in their planet, and I know there is. these other type of little aliens? Are we going to meet them soon?
You might if you get to their planet. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's so the Crud are in a war against their planet where they have there's two different species on that planet. Well, when you guys will meet them, you'll be able to see who they are. But yeah, the Crud are more of the, I guess they're more like harsh. They're the slobs, the ones that smoke cigars and tinker, build. They love old technology. They love new technology. They love all technology. They're hoarders. They don't like anyone. They don't even like themselves. And they're little assholes. Basically, what the Crud are. They're, they look kind of like your basic alien, the big head and except for their features, they're balding and they have some of them have hair, some of them don't have hair, some of them have hair on the sides, but they're slimy, they're grimy, like haven't taken showers for like months on end and they're just disgusting little assholes. But there's some that are not disgusting assholes, but they're not as harsh as these other ones. They're not so foul mouthed, but they're rare. There's rare that you'll find a Crud that's a nice guy. They are out there, and there are some Crud, mixtures out there that are like, you know, their mother was either human or their mother was another species or anything like that. You'll be able to find out there.
See,
Yeah,
um, I guess you can't actually kind of reveal anything like this, but um,
shoot.
Doctor,
Hmm.
uh, when we are going to meet him?
Depends on how bad you fuck up.
Okay, so do not roll sixes, gotcha. No, yeah,
Okay,
I,
so
I,
with the doctor, um, the doctor is your death basically. He's like the one that comes whenever shit is going down bad. So the way that you'll see the doctor sooner is if everybody doesn't let me know that, you know, you guys are going to be not able to make it if you get strikes. That'll be the fastest way to see the doctor. Um, if bad rolls, um, and other factors, you know. So the doctor is like your end game, basically. It
yeah,
depends on what you do that will make you get to end game or not. This thing can last for years, or it can last for months. It's up to you guys.
yeah, yeah. Very true, very true. I mean, I think it would be nice to meet him in a situation where he would not want to straight out kill us, but that's his job, so I don't I don't know if that's possible at all.
Yeah, you might be able to meet him uh in a, a crossing of paths. There's definitely going to be a crossing of paths with the doctor. There's not going to be like a straight on path where you are boom there. Here he is. No, there's going to be a crossing paths. Either you guys are going to be crossing, or you guys are going to be forward and he's going to be right behind you, or he's going to be forward and you're going to be right behind him. It's going to be like that.
Yeah.
So you guys will definitely cross paths. Either, maybe as you're like looking down from like a balcony or something, you see him attacking somebody or doing something different because he's not after you, he's after destroying your guys' whole galaxy. So you might run into him while he's doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So we just run into him while he's doing his job,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will try to keep other players like try to get them like keep you informed if we can attend or not and stuff. So I don't like to get strikes.
Yeah. And you know what? For the sake of the story, and this is for everyone to hear, all right? I am
Uh-huh.
removing the first strike from you guys.
Oh goodness.
No strikes. You have no strikes.
Oh
I know
goodness.
how much you guys love the story. You got no strikes. So the first strike is gone.
Oh,
Happy
thank you,
birthday.
Almighty.
Oh, God. Don't say that. Thank you, Almighty GM.
Almighty TM, thank you so much.
No strikes for you guys, okay? And I'm sorry about this time around. Flatline was a little busy, but he let me know that he was busy and he wouldn't be able to attend today, even though it was sudden. I'm not going to fault him for that because he's a busy guy and he's been here ever since day one. He hasn't missed one. So yeah, and then Sanatsu has not missed one at all.
Yeah,
So yeah, DJ's missed a couple, but one of them was sudden, but the rest of them were always he's always planned. And we've also had some players that decided they didn't want to play and jump ship. So that's why it was originally going to be 3 people minimum, but we had to bring it down to 2 people minimum since it's been just what you call it 3 people in the story from now on. Which hopefully, maybe we might be getting a couple more. Hopefully, I would like to have at least 5 players.
yeah,
And
that would be nice.
yeah, and the story is not. It's not very much based on like it's like D&D esque, so it's more based on you know the interactions and the role play, and that's why they're nobody's talking about hit points or anything like that because it's more of the roll of the dice and the actions and the reactions of the characters.
Yeah, I actually appreciate this type of like style of doing this
Hmm.
because it's my second time in a D&D session, and I think it's first time for Finland, I believe.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's first time for Flatline,
I think he's
but
been in other sessions before. He's more
probably,
of the
probably.
vet of everybody in the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. But I think this is very fun, and I mean, of course, D&D has been made with all kinds of what's the thing like regulations and rules to follow, like any game basically. you have some kind of rules on it. But for beginners, this is way more fun approach.
Yeah, and there are
And
roles, but
yeah, indeed, I'm um, I'm willing to do like how to say like this is kind of like easy approach. I'm willing to go on a mediocre or something like that for the next one when this is someday in the future over.
yeah. I wanted this to be a more of a, you know, stepping in the door type deal, and then maybe
Yeah.
later on we can do a little bit more D&D ish with the actual stats and stuff like that, and then getting into the more advanced stuff, because I'm still learning as well with I have the books and everything like that, and it's been a long time since I've actually did like was in a D&D session, and my last session wasn't all that great, the last couple of sessions. But
Yeah.
so I wanted something
True.
lighthearted, I wanted something fun. At first it was going to be very dark until my players said, hey, let's stream this, and I was like, okay, we'll do it. They
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, they like the 0.1 session. I'm sorry I didn't record that. That would have been good if I would have at least recorded it. But we didn't think that it was going to be, anything, uh, sustainable. Well, I didn't think it was going to be anything sustainable. Once they got into it, I'm sure I'll ask Natsu, what did you think of the first session?
First session. Uh, it was very hectic because it was obviously it was an attack to Eden, and I was kind of sad that I didn't get to explore the place, but I think that we got some action right off the bat. It was very good, and I noticed how much I like this like sci-fi theme. I mean, I have always liked fantasy, but this is very refreshing and even more fun, I think. Like I'm glad to be a space engineer, a space mechanic.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
indeed.
So, um, if you don't have anything else, I don't know anything else to talk about. Um, unless you want to say anything about the any of the other characters that you ran into. Um,
Um, well, no, not exactly.
no, you don't want to talk about Delgar.
Delgar, he's a pretty boy. And a flirty character, I think, but I think he likes men. Straight up, yes. And nothing wrong with that, obviously. That is kind of fun because our Jake seems to be into Delgar.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, yeah. I mean,
What do you think about Zelith Na and Drake Na? And
uh,
what do you think about them being from the same planet that your dad is from?
oh, yeah, they are Neptunians, yes. I think I like Zeloth at least because um he for some reason like other characters seem to describe him like non-likable character, but I think Adhara finds him very nice. Like he got authority and he's like instead of scary, he's more like safe for her. So she's happy to be around with Selot. As for Drake, his son, I don't know about him, and Adhara doesn't know about him. Maybe she saw him probably, but I don't know what to say other than he's half the man than his father is.
Just by the picture that I've shown, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's half of the size at least.
Yeah. And what about Jake's grandpa, Richard Firth?
Ah, I I think both me and Adhara we don't care about him because he doesn't seem nice. He seems rude and
Grudberg?
I no not grad rude, but maybe like he's like he's like that old geezer in your family who has beliefs that the younger generator doesn't want to believe anymore, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like hitting you with his beliefs, so to say, and demanding you to follow his path.
Yeah.
Well, that's more of Jake's problem, obviously. Uh, Adhara is more like, yeah, I don't like him because of reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any of the. Well, I was going to say. You mentioned Ogre. What about
Yes.
Ogre's crew?
Ah, yeah. I think in the end, the woman, what was her name? Valeria?
Valeron?
Valkyrie? Valeron. Okay, so I think she came at first as a very bitchy character, and I wasn't sure if I liked that, but she seems to be very chill, at least at the end. And as for Adhara, she I think she approves that she also likes alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah, Valorant's a big drunkard.
yeah. And then Captain, uh, he, I, I think he copes with humor. I think because he said that he got me on my good arm, and it's a robot arm he's having. I don't know if he has something else, Robert. Maybe I because he kept eye patch, or maybe he just
Ooh,
doesn't have.
that
I
is a
don't know.
very good observation.
Yeah, I mean, I remember stuff. Yeah, but he didn't reveal that. But yeah, I think he's slightly broken man who copes with humor, has manners, uh, seems to be very pleasant and flirty, but maybe more like no, maybe more like sweet than flirty, actually. And yeah, I think I think that's a good character also.
Yeah, I think Captain Maxwell is a, stand-up guy,
Yeah,
even for a space pirate at least.
yeah, very true.
And what about their ship?
Ship was awesome. Uh, so it seems it's like kind of like our ship, uh, but it almost seemed more modern. But probably because it's like like well made and they upkeep the place probably and they have the money to make it last and look tidy, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
maybe that's why.
it is a
Yeah,
bigger ship and has a bigger crew.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will get there. Redemption
Mm,
is a canvas for you to, you know, be able to build upon. I mean, you already have the Mantis cloaking device in there, so and
yeah,
you have the big one, the sought out cannon that everybody's looking for.
yeah. I think the next thing Adhara should do is the jumping system, or like that you can move
Oh, the
with the
warp
speed of
drive.
warp drive. Yeah, I think she should look under that, but I think she should have other options than the one she's having on her pocket. Yeah, for sure.
And which one is that?
That's from the Peacemaker ship, if I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
and that ship belonged to Genesis, so
Mm-hmm.
it would suggest that it would be linked to Genesis when ready to use.
Oh, very
So
perceptive. Hmm.
yes, and I don't necessarily want them come after us like that. So other means are in order.
Indeed. So you guys are on Saturn right now, right? On one of
Ah,
Saturn's moons.
yes.
So after you guys got there, what do you think you guys are going to be doing soon?
Okay, so we had uh, a task of finding. Uh, I'm not sure actually. Jake knows. Oh wait, no. It was the find. Was it like a piece of map? For a place Eden One could go and inhabit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so. But other than that, I think I would like to maybe get help from another mechanic from the space station or the moon, and probably we are going to fight something.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess there's some repairs that you need to do on the ship
it is.
since the attack from the old man.
Yes. Rest in peace, old man.
Yeah, that was quite sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stowaway that you had,
hmm
the one that pretended to be Jenna Smith.
Yeah, what a tool.
So, what do
Oh
you think
well.
about people from Venus then?
Based on that one,
Mm-hmm.
uh, very rude, um, and looking down on us. Yes. Uh, but they have some dangerous creatures in their planet, so I think we need a lot of information about them and to be prepared.
Oh yeah.
Something like anti-poison stuff is in order.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So you guys have one vial left of the antidote for the
Yes,
infected.
and I remember we can make it for more in the infirmary. We
Mm.
just have to make it to from the what was the machine Maxwell said?
The replicator.
Yeah, replicator. We just use that. Jake said that he knows how to do it, but I think it falls to Adhara,
Oh
actually.
no!
Yeah, yeah.
You're so
But it's
full of yourself too. Hmm? That's there's
uh,
there's there's smoke bombs in my room. Let me go get one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love when you guys throw me curveballs. Oh,
Yeah, catch them.
it fucking it shocks me, and I'm like, oh hell no! What the hell?
Heck yeah.
Like your fucking bomb at the what you call it at the bar.
Ah, yes, the very first session.
Yeah, the very
That
first
that
session when you threw me a
yeah.
curveball, I was like, what the hell's that?
That was great. And it turned out great actually.
Yeah, it did.
Because yeah. I mean it failed, but we got away. Hmm.
I wouldn't say it failed. You were able to at least have a flashbang to distract before you so you can get through.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
call that a win. It just
Yes.
didn't turn out how you wanted it to. I know you wanted fucking paladin blood all over the place.
God, yes.
Indeed.
Ah,
But I thought that first session was quite fun.
it
I
was.
was and I was very happy to have Flatline join us in the second session.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think you're the heart. I think he's the glue that holds you guys together, and I think DJ's the strength.
Probably.
Yeah, I think you're the big sister of the group, even though you're the youngest. Oh no, Jake is the youngest, ain't he?
Yeah.
But you're still,
He.
yeah. You
No,
guys.
wait.
Wait,
No, I
no.
think.
Yeah, I think Jake's a
I,
little bit older.
yeah. So DJ is the youngest.
Who's the youngest?
DJ.
No, his is 35. He's been through some shit.
Oh,
His character.
yeah. Oh. Well, I don't know actually Jake's age because Adhara is 23, but I don't remember
I think Jake's age.
what's Jake's age.
Yeah. We'll have to figure that out once he does his his story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Well, I think that's that on my end at least.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us for the story of Adhara and a little bit of the lore of the galaxy. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, sorry for not being able to put out the next session of Burningstar 4. But hopefully next week you will be able to see it. And I just want to let you guys know the title of said session. It will be called The Good, the Bad, and the Cruddy. Bitch. So, I hope you guys all have a great day, great night whenever you guys are watching this. And I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you guys keep watching. Because the more that you guys watch, the more we're going to be motivated to make more of these. But if not, we'll, you know, who knows? We'll
Still
probably
gonna make
still
this.
we'll probably still be playing, but who knows? We might not stream it.
Oh,
So
threats!
keep
Threats all
watching.
along.
All
Yeah.
right, everybody. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.